and welcome to another Pilates session. I'd like you to start off today standing with your feet together, all 5 toes planted into the floor equally. So allow the mind now to just focus on you and your body and nothing else. So try and imprint the whole of your foot and both feet equally into the floor. So the weight of your body is being equally distributed through both feet. Your inner thighs are squeezing together and you're wrapping your thigh muscles around your bones so that you feel like the legs are the bark of a tree and that your upper body, the spine, is one of the branches just lifting up to the ceiling to attract the sunlight. Your shoulder blades are into that soft V, into the base of your spine, so your chest is open, your chin is parallel to the floor, as your crown keeps lengthening through the ceiling. Now we're going to take our heels and toes apart, but I want you to maintain and concentrate on that leg strength. Alright, now your belly button is pulling in, as well as your glutes squeezing 20%. The muscles that wrap around that pelvis area, including the thigh muscles. Okay, and be aware now of your pelvic floor, your internal muscle. Yes, the feeling of stopping your pee mid-flow if you're a lady and icy water coming up your legs. So you've got to lift up those regions if you're a gentleman. All right, so be aware of that internal muscle, belly, glutes, thighs. All right, now on your next inhale, we're going to roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale through the mouth, back and down. Breathing into the nose and out through the mouth. Let's go the other direction. We go back up, forward and down, breathing in, breathing out through the mouth. Now let's try our long levers. We're going to inhale through the center, bend the elbows if you need to, exhale out to the sides. And we're elevating the arms with our lat muscles underneath our armpits. Breathing in, keep the shoulders down, exhale. Now on your next inhale, take up your right arm. We're going to exhale over into side bend, belly in as we restack the spine. Exhale over, bend the elbow, let the head just drop. And back. Let's do that one more time on each side. When you need to inhale, pull the belly in to restack. Exhale slowly over to the other side, elbow pulling away from your hip and in line with your ear. And belly in to restack. Bring your arms into Cossack. We're going to twist at the waist. Yes, your right waist as we go over to our left. So don't move the shoulders or the head. We're going from the base, the waist, and we pull back with that muscle. Left waist as we go over to our right. Squeeze that dishcloth of a waist like a rinsing out the water. And we pull back in with the left waist. Exhale. Shoulders are down. Yeah, our elbows in line with the shoulders. So we're relaxed in that area. It's all at the belly, the thighs, and the waist in particular. So you pull back with that waist. Bring your arms down by your side, breathing in, elevate both arms. And we're going to exhale, we're going to bring our chin to our chest, and we're just going to round through the spine. Now bend your knees on this first one, and allow the body just to articulate here, the spine to round, and let the head and shoulders just drop. Place the hands behind your legs. The lower, the more flexible you are on the hamstrings. So we're just going to start off by extending one leg and keeping the other leg bent. And then we switch with the breath. Trying to get the stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Now the hands aren't moving and the hips ideally aren't going from side to side. Keep the belly and the hips pulling upwards as the crown drops. Now option here, take both knees, bend them in. Exhale, extend them. And try and bring the weight of your body forward onto your toes a little bit more so your bottom's not sticking out behind you. Flick the tail up to the ceiling. Let's do one more. Bend the knees. Exhale, keep the hands where they are. All we're doing is extending those legs. Now release the hands from behind the legs. Take a deep inhale. Now pull your belly in, tuck the tail under, and let's restack that spine. Head and shoulders come up top last. We're going to inhale, look over our right shoulder. And we inhale to come back. Let's go over our left shoulder. And back. And let's do that one more time. Keep that left shoulder down. And back. Chest is open. Don't allow the shoulders to play here. It's purely rotation of the neck. Come back to the center. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder. Keep those left fingertips driving down the thigh. And pull back. Let's go over to the other side. And back. Let's do that one more time. Lateral flexion, getting a nice stretch down the side of the neck. And back. And over to the other side. Drive those right fingertips down your thigh in opposition. And come back. Bring your chin to your chest. Pull the belly in and let's round through the spine again. Rounding through the upper back. Pull your belly in and let's go through to the middle and the lower back. Drop the arms, drop the head, and let everything just relax. Let the arms just hang and let the head just drop out of those shoulders. Pull the shoulders away from your ears now so that fingers come up a little bit higher. We're not bothered about the fingers. It's the crown of the head reaching for the toes, the chest to the thighs, the tailbone is flicking up to the ceiling as the heels drive down in opposition. Now keep pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Take a deep inhale into your rib cage, and on your exhale, let's restack the spine. Belly in. Thoracic, the middle lower back, the middle, the upper back. We restack with the head and shoulders last. Breathing in, elevate both arms. Exhale, zip up that pelvic floor and lift those heels off the floor. Breathing in, bring your arms down by your side and bring down your heels. Now, let's take the palms behind us. We're going to tuck the tail under so the hips are going forward, if not upwards. Shoulders behind and down the spine. Keep it here if you want to and just stay in this position to enjoy the stretch. Otherwise, cross the arms over, come into external rotation at the shoulders. Exhale, look up as a more advanced version, or if not, look forward. The body follows the eyes. Keep the belly in, squeeze your glutes. Now, your next exhale, chin to chest, and let's round over that beach ball. Pull the belly in, rounding through the upper back, middle back, lower back. Flip your tail up to the ceiling. Inhale, walk those hands out. Keep the hips nice and still. Be aware which hand was leading. Wrists under shoulders. Draw those blades back. Option, drop the knees to the floor. Otherwise, keep your plank. Lats, abs, glutes, drive those heels back. Leg pull. On your exhale, we're going to drive the right leg, drive it behind you. Inhale to release. Now we're not lifting, we're pulling. Left leg, pull it to the back wall. Imagine someone's got hold of it. Inhale, option, drop the knees to the floor and just do 4 on each side and then 4 on the other. So we're just going to do another 2 on each side. Lift up through your lats, abs, shoulders into those back pockets. Let's do 1 more on each side. We exhale to pull. We inhale to release. We exhale to don't rush it. And inhale low. Now lift those hips up. Just make sure your hands and feet are in the right position. We're just being very comfortable here. The head just drops. We're actively pushing the ground forward with our hands. We're lifting the hips up and back. Now, we're going to take the different hand now to come back. So bring one hand in, a big step, pull the belly in, now bend the knees if you need to, okay? But keep those hips nice and still. We do 4 to 5 steps and we stay low. We breathe in, we pull the shoulders away from the ears. On our exhale, we focus on the spine. We tuck the tail under first. We pull the belly in to restack the lower back, middle back, upper back, head and shoulders last. Breathing in, reach up, draw the blades back. Exhale, zip up the pelvic floor. Bring your sternum down to meet it. Breathing in, arms out to the side. And bring down those heels. Let's pivot, swing from side to side to get more rotation into the thoracic spine. We look behind at those hands. We lift the back heel off the floor and we go a little bit further now. Twisting at the waist. Feel those waist muscles. And let's do 1 more on each side and bring the movement back. Breathing in. Let's take the palms behind us. Draw the blades back. Let's tuck the tail under again. We're pushing those hips forward and up. The chest bone is going up. Belly in to protect the spine. Option now, cross the arms over into External rotation at the shoulder joints. We're opening up the chest, we're getting the armpits up to the sky, belly in, tail tucked. Now on your exhale, chin to chest, round through the spine. Now we're lengthening from the crown to the tail. Flip the tailbone up to the ceiling as the crown goes in the other direction. Now we take a different hand out to as we came down before. Keep the hips nice and still, big steps. And come back into your plank position again. All right, now from here, we're going to bring your left hand in and we exhale over into side rotation. Option knee on the floor. Come back to the center. Let's bring that right hand in and go over to the other side. Opening up the chest, try and stack the shoulders one over on top of one another. Let's do that one more time. We come into the middle and we're trying to get that shoulder over the bottom shoulder. Looking up, shoulders remain back away from those ears, and back. Other hand into the middle, shoulder is over the wrist, and back. And now let's take both knees down to the floor, toes wide, and come into your child's pose. Sink nice and low with the armpits and with the groin. From this position, we're going to come up into our tricep press up cat stretch. So keep the forearms and the arms in line with the shoulders, shoulder width. Forearms go to the floor now, so bend at the elbow. Stick your bottom in the air. On your inhale, nose and chin come forward. And when we come towards our wrists, we push up. Yeah, extend the elbows. We exhale and tuck the tail under, chin to chest, round, up and backwards with those abs. All the way back into your child's pose, shoulder stretch. Come in, forearms on the floor, bottom sticking in the air. This is a back bend, back extension. Go forward more if you can. Exhale, chin to chest, abs, 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 all the way back. Let's do two more. So don't go too far. Yeah, if you're struggling with that tricep press up, yeah, you can come up before the wrists. Otherwise, come towards the thumbs. Last one, breathing in. Push up, up, up. Exhale, round. And sink a little bit lower now. Take your right hand through the needle. Option, lift the bottom in the air. Otherwise, see if you can sink down. Too much, just lift that bottom. Try to get the back of the shoulder on the floor. Let's switch sides now. Left hand through the needle. Arm extends. Let the ground come to collect your head and the back of your shoulder. Try and get more rotation, but don't overdo it. And bring that hand back. Let's come back. We're now going to come into some tricep work today. Tricep press up. So I'd like you to start off with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Now, this is a modified version of the tricep press up. It's challenging, even if we're in this position. Now, the idea is you take your nose in between those two thumbs and you take your forearms all the way to the floor. Now, on your exhale, imagine your elbows are glued together. You exhale, come up just halfway so the elbows remain bent. And you inhale, lower. You exhale, come up a couple of inches. And you lower. Now, the nose will start naturally going backwards. I want the nose going forward over those thumbs. And now you can feel those triceps, the muscles behind the back of those upper arms. Let's do 5 more. You exhale and don't go up too high. The elbows remain bent. We're not allowing those triceps to recover, which is when we come up to a full extension. Let's do 3 more. Push up a little bit, keep the elbows glued into the sides. We're not going out to the sides. Glue them in. Glue them in. And 1 more. And push yourself all the way up. And just take a moment here. Just roll the shoulders back. Let's give those ankles, those wrists a little rotation. Okay. So, option, you can stick and do just 1 more set of those. Yeah, 10 ideally. If you can't do 10, I found that challenging. Just do 5. Do whatever you can manage today. This is the muscle. Once you feel your elbows going out, you stop, because all you're doing then is working the shoulder. This is the muscle we're working. Now we're going to come into the scorpion. okay, which involves lifting one leg up and we're working more into one tricep at a time. So when we lift the right leg up, you're going to work the right tricep. Now we're going to cut the range, the reps, we're going to do 5 repetitions if you can, and we now make it slightly easier and then you come all the way up to this position after each rep, okay? So we lift the right leg off the floor and we come into a bend of that right knee, so you're flexing your right heel and your knee up to the ceiling, but the right hip remains facing down. Now in this position, you're still having to work the balance here, get centered in between those 2 thumbs. Now, keep the elbows glued in, we drop the nose in between the 2 thumbs and we push up with that right elbow gluing into the left. 2, yeah, don't go too far down, if you're just bend the elbows and then extend them. Keep that right knee and that right heel up. Let's do 2 more. Push up, let's do 1 more. We breathe in and we breathe out. Take a moment, just come back into your child's pose, stretch. Too much, then simply come into both knees on the floor and just do the mini ones, okay? Let's try the left. Okay, so we're going to lift that left leg up first. Find the balance. Your wrists are under your shoulders, okay? Flex the heel and bring it into your bottom. So we're stretching out your left hip flexor. Your left glute is working. Now glue that left elbow into your left rib cage. Yeah, drop the nose in between the 2 thumbs and we push up. Yeah, inhale, push up, 2. Push up, 3. Let's do 2 more. Now try not to go over to the right too much, keep over to the left as well. Yeah, and that's your 5th one. Take a moment, come back into your child's pose. And we're going to round through the spine and we're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position now. Now we're going to come into spine twist today. So option, bend the knees if you've got tight hips or hamstrings. Otherwise, we straighten the legs. And we're going to bring our arms into Cossack. And just like we did our spine twist in our warm-up, this is all work from the waist. So we're going to work the right waist to begin with as we go over to our left. Now the shoulders are down, away from the ears. We find a capital L, so lift up that spine. Crown lifting up, shoulders relaxed. Now we exhale with our right waist over to our left. We're twisting from here, not from the shoulders or the neck. And we come back with that waist. Now let's go over to your right using your left waist. That's where we're pulling from. Squeeze. So you're not going that far around, yeah? You're not going that far around. And you come back with the waist. You'll be feeling in the waist. Shoulders back into those back pockets. And back. Twist. And back. Keep lifting up through your spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Twist that way. It's like a squeezing out the water of a dishcloth. Can you go a bit further? So we're going to do 2 more on each side. Option now, let's do cactus arms. We go over, keep the hands in line with the elbows and the ears. Now, if you want, extend the arms. Bend and pull back with your right waist. Exhale over to the right with your left waist. Inhale. Exhale. And back we come, keeping 2 panes of glass. 1 more, lift, lift, lift. Yeah, let's work that right waist. Inhale, extend the arms, shoulders remain relaxed. And bend. Come back to the center. 1 more time. And bring your knees in towards you and just relax the spine here, bring the chin to the chest, drive the crown away from your tail. And let's extend those legs again. And find that L shape with the spine. We're going to breathe in, we're going to go all the way to the floor, so draw those blades back. Exhale, tap the tail under, pull the belly in, rib to hip connection here, relax the neck and shoulders. Come all the way to the floor for a full body stretch. And bring your arms down by your sides, and let's bring those legs in towards us. We're going to come into a little bit of toy soldier today. So what I'd like you to do is bring up one leg at a time, 90-degree bend of that leg. Make sure your rib to hip connection is in place before you bring your other leg up. It's a coffee table underneath your calves. Yeah, we make sure we're not dropping those heels. Now we're going to bring our arms up in front of us. Draw those blades back into those back pockets. Now remember, when we're in this position, we're using our arms like a puppet on a string. Yeah, so if I take my right arm over, the left lat muscle will pull me back up again. So let's do a couple more on each side on this right arm. When you go over, there's a cable here attached to your elbow, and you're going to pull that lever back in. Let's do that one more time. And put it in. Let's do the other side. The other arm does not move. Your chin slightly tucked into your chest. Yeah, you've got a little grave in between your lower back and the floor. That's not crushing, but we're not going to let it go either. So rib to hip connection. So let's now bring the legs in. We just start off by warming up by tapping the left toe and the right finger, so the left toe and the right finger arm overhead. The other arm and leg do not move. Now use your abs and that armpit muscle, that lat, to bring both those levers back to the center. Let's try the other side. Tap the toe to the floor. Yeah, there's a belly from the knee, so the belly, pull in like a drawbridge to bring it in, and the lat muscle brings the arm in. Now carry on. If you wish to, extend the leg and stretch opposite finger, opposite toe. Use those lats and abs to pull both levers back. The other arm and leg do not move, and we're not dropping that other leg. Pull in on your breath. So one breath extends. Keep that rib to hip connection, stretch, pull back in, and let's do the other side. Pull in. Let's do one more here like this. Keep that lower back on the floor. If you're feeling your lower back is working here and it's arching off the mat, take one leg to the floor and just do one arm and the opposite leg. Now, let's see if we can take both arms over the head and carry on with one leg extending, stretch, and rib to hip, pull back in with those abs. Other arm, other leg. The other leg doesn't move, don't kick that other knee in towards you. Pure core strength means the other leg does not move, the knee doesn't pull in. And other side. Beautiful. Now, let's bring our chin to our chest, our ribs to our hips. Let's lift the head and shoulders off the floor. And let's do two more on each side. And now we're working the rectus abdominis. Exhale in. Inhale. So the other arm and leg do not move. Lats and abs, pull those levers back in. One more. The lower the leg, the more challenging on the lower abdominals. Yeah, you can always just tap the toe to the floor. Last one. Squeeze your throat muscle gently. And in, and bring both knees in and come into your lumbar circle rolls. Lots to concentrate and think about there. Yeah, let's go out in the other direction. So think about your lats and your abs and the cables, so you're like a puppet on a string. And if you start visualizing that, the chances are you'll be able to control it from those muscles rather than from different places. All right, now we're going to take the arms out to the side and just take both knees over to one side as we look in the opposite direction. Just stretching out the lower spine here. Use the abs to pull both levers back. Let's go over to the other side. And let's pull back into the center. Okay, so now we're going to bring our heels underneath our knees. Okay, legs hip distance, arms by the sides. So we come into a bit of shoulder bridge. So make sure your chin is slightly tucked into your chest. On your exhale, tuck the tail under, peel the spine off the floor by squeezing into the glutes. Abdominals engaged, the chest is relaxed and open. And we sort of look from side to side with our head, making sure that our neck and shoulders are relaxed, the neck is long. And bring that gaze back to your hips and your knees. Okay, the glutes are doing all of the work here.
Now, on your next exhale, we're going to come back down. We're going to start with the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, and flick the tail up at the end. Let's go again. Exhale, tuck the tail under, peel the spine. Off the floor sequentially. And this time on our couple of breaths, we're just going to breathe in and take the arms over the head. Staying here, try and keep that pelvis still. Zip up your pelvic floor again now. Bring your ribs and hips closer together. Your sternum down to meet that pelvic floor. Your thigh muscles wrapped around your bones. Now bring the arms down by your sides. Take a deep inhale, lift a bit higher. Exhale, keep the hips up. So you bring the upper back down first, the middle back, the lower back, and flick the tail up. So the bottom is now should be beginning to fire nicely. We're going to come up again. And this time we're going to see if we can work into one leg at a time. Option, just keep both legs on the floor, or just lift your left heel off the floor. Left heel is an option. Otherwise, squeeze your right glute muscle. Looking at your hips, we're going to take that left leg up to a 90-degree bend. The right bottom cheek's doing the work here. Keep lifting up through that left hip. Keep lifting up. Now, we're going to bring up your right arm. And we're going to tap the toe to the floor. Take your arm over your head and we lift up. Now the bottom will naturally drop. So don't go too far out with that toe. Just drop it and lift. Use your lat muscle to bring that arm lever back in. Yeah. Inhale. Then keep relaxed in the neck and the shoulders. Try and put it all into your right glute. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do a couple more. Lift, 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 lift. Last one. And hold, hold. Now see if you can bring that other arm out and hold for 4 and 3 and 2. Shoulders into those back pockets. Now bring both arms down. Replace that foot. Lift a little bit higher with that bridge. Exhale. Let's come back down through the spine. Okay, let's take the right leg over the left and let's take both arms to the side. Let's stretch more into the right glute now by just taking that top leg down as low as you can. Keeping the right back of the shoulder on the floor. Let's stack the knees, pull the belly in, let's come back. Let's do the other side. So make sure those legs are hip distance, heels underneath the knees. Chin slightly tucked into the chest. Exhale, lower back in the floor, squeeze your glutes. Inner outer thighs are working now, they're hugging around the bones of those thighs. Internal muscle now, internal. So everything around that pelvis is working. Okay, so now we're going to go into the left glute. Yeah, we're going to work the left bottom cheek. Yeah, option, just lift that right heel off the floor. Otherwise, see if you can lift that right knee to tabletop and keep lifting up. Just keep lifting, yeah, hips are level. Now the idea is we have to keep lifting up on every exhale, otherwise we're going to naturally drop. Let's bring up our left arm. Yeah, now inhale, tap. Exhale back, lats and abs, bring those two levers back and keep lifting up with your left bottom cheek. Keep lifting. Don't drop that right hip. That right hip must stay up in line with the left. I've lost count. I think we've got a couple more. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Yeah, then you're going to feel that left bottom cheek doing more work and you get a better workout. Yeah. It's all temporary. Well, let's just do one more because I think we might have one more. Exhale, hold. Now, options stay here. Otherwise, see if you can bring the right arm up. Draw the blades into those back pockets and you lift a bit higher. For 4 and 3 and 2. Relax the neck and shoulders. Belly in. 1. Take the arms down. Take the toe and heel down. Restore the bridge. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Flick the tail up. Let's take the left leg over the right. Arms to the side. Let's go over to the right. So you go over to the left. Arms stay in line with the shoulders. Try and get that bottom leg as low as you can. You get a nice stretch here into that left glute. And twisting at the spine. Let's stack the knees together. Pull the belly in and come back to the center. Okay, let's come into some hamstring stretching. So we're going to take up that right leg, pull it in towards you, flex the left heel actively away, and come into our ankle rotations. Drawing a nice big circle, other direction with those circles. Try and elevate the length in the back of that knee. Option, get a band out if you need to. Lovely. And drive that heel up. Can you drive it up a little bit more, straighten it out? Now, we're going to lift our chin and our chest, our ribs and hips off the floor. We're just going to lift that leg up. Now, pull that leg in towards you. And I want to lift up your left leg. Shoulders remain relaxed and down into those back pockets, those shoulder blades, yeah? Now we're going to lift up your left leg, pointed toe. And on the exhale, we're going to flex the heel down. Breathing in. Breathing out, flex. Pointed toe on the top leg, flex on that bottom leg on the way down. Rib to hip connection, yeah, gently squeezing that plum. Lower back is in the floor, rib to hip connection. Keep pulling this leg in towards you. It's quite difficult to think about everything here. Flex heel, let's do one more. So this is 8. And flex. Now take that left leg to the floor, put the hands behind the head. Let's repeat now, 8 to finish. Inhale, flex this heel. Point the toe, drive up. Breathing in. Now imagine that cable again. Lever drives up with our abs. Breathing in. Now lift a bit higher to really feel the burn in your upper abdominals. Pull, pull, pull. 4 more to finish. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. Long lever if you can, option just bend the knee. Hold and release. Slowly take that leg to the floor and take a full body stretch. Oh, having a hot flash. Oh. Bring both arms down by your sides and let's do the other leg. So we're going to bring that left leg up this time. Ooh. And come into our ankle rotations. So anyone here who does a lot of running or cycling will know how much harder Pilates or yoga is when you do these exercises, when you run. It makes it so tight in your muscles. So regardless of how much stretching I do, I'm always tight, from running. So join the club. If you're one of those, don't worry about it. Other direction with those circles. Just be aware it's a journey. It never ends. But it's a great feeling when we feel lengthened. So let's drive that leg up. Now, chin to chest, rib to hip. We're going to pull that leg in towards us, draw those shoulder blades down the spine. Let's point the toe on the top leg and the bottom leg now and lift that right lever up with your abs. Inhale, flex and drive that heel actively away from you. Now keep lifting up with your rib to hip connection to make it a little bit more challenging. We keep lengthening through that left lever as well as the right lever. And you can use your lats to help lift you up, yeah? Not into the neck and the shoulders. Keep the sit bones stuck in the floor. Wrap those thigh muscles around the bones. That's your 8th one. Let's take that right lever to the floor. Inhale, left lever goes down this time. Exhale, pull and drive up. Now option, just bend this knee and tap the toe to the floor. Or just don't go as low to the ground. Okay, we breathe in. We breathe out. We breathe in. Wrap those thigh muscles around the bones, abs in. Remember that drawbridge from here. The cable is slack, tighten it, and up we come. Yeah, let's do 3 more. Lift a bit higher with the head and shoulders. Let's do 1 more, lift a bit higher. If you're not feeling it, lift higher. And 8, bring those knees in. And now put both hands around each knee and come into your external rotation. Let's go in the other direction. Opening up the hips. Well done. Okay, so thought we might try a little bit of bicycle today with crisscross. Okay, so if you haven't done the bicycle before, we just practice it very quickly. Right leg up, left leg on the floor. Just take the right heel down to the floor, bring the toe all the way into the bottom and extend with a flexed heel to the top of the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Other direction. Bend the knee into the mat, right back up. Yeah, let's try the other leg. Extend the lever. So now we're nicely stretched out those hamstrings. It will help us. We point the toe into the bottom, but we're also now bringing movement into our hamstring stretch. Hopefully going to provide more mobility into every part, every joint here in the legs. Now, let's go the other direction. We point the toe in. I want contact with the floor, yeah? Toe into the bottom. Slide all the way out and drive the heel up to the ceiling. Yeah, this is what makes the bicycle very difficult, yeah? If you have a small bicycle, it becomes easy, yeah? It should not be easy. Okay, so you can either just practice that if you prefer. Easy workout. Otherwise, we lift the head and shoulders off the floor, rib to hip connection. Let's bring the legs to tabletop, knees over hips. Now extend the legs, lift a bit higher, U shape with the body. When we take one leg down to the floor and bring it in towards us, the other leg goes down. Now slow it down and think about the heel up to the ceiling and the toe into the bottom. Squeeze your throat muscle gently, bring your ribs to your hips. And 7, I think we've done about 8 there. Let's go in the other direction. Option, just stick to forward bicycle if you're struggling with this, yeah? Or just stick to single leg. Kick that heel up to the sky. Oh, let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And bring your legs to tabletop. Exhale, rotate over to one side, lift both shoulders off the floor, ribs to opposite hip bone. Inhale back, the other knee does not move. Remember your toy soldier. Inhale back. Sorry, exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, we're going to just do 2 more of these and then we finish. Stretch that other leg away, ribs to opposite hip bone, lift up, up, up. And bring your knees into your chest and take a full body stretch. Now, let's come onto our sides. By request, we're coming into some clams today. So, stack those hips together. Hip in line with shoulder, in line with ear. The knees come all the way into the hip line, and then we go back halfway. Heels stuck together. Now we're going to lift those heels off the floor now. Yeah, glue the heels together and rod goes down into the ground from here. So we exhale, we open. We inhale, resist on the way down. We don't let the legs touch, we go straight back up again. Exhale. Now pull your belly in, yeah, and make sure that nothing's moving here. Apart from that top leg going externally rotating. And you can put your hand on your glute, you're going to feel it working here. The heels will start dropping without you even realizing, so you have to keep lifting them up. And you relax the neck and shoulders, rib to hip, zip up the pelvic floor on every exhale. Yeah, then you're going to feel the whole core working. And we're opening up the hips here. Don't take that top hip backwards, no. Yeah, there's a rod going down. I've lost count. I think we've done about 9. Let's just do 1 more. We're going to hold it here. Now we just lift and hold. And we just see about going a bit higher with that knee. Now it's going to beginning to burn here, yeah. Now let's lift that top leg out. And then we bend the knee and bring the heels together. Now, you can make this as easy or as hard as you want to. The easier version is to keep the knee going downwards, if anything, so the knee just drops like this. Otherwise, lift the knee up and keep the knee where it is. Straighten, bend. The knee's going up and we're just simply extending and bending. Now it's working. Now you're feeling the burn. Let's do 4 more. I think we're doing about 10 in total. Relax the neck and shoulders, belly in. Keep that knee up. Let's do one more. Now take the bottom leg to the floor, bring this leg down to hip height. We kick forward, flex heel, and we point the toe, we pull. Now tuck the tail under, flexion, hip extension. So we're kicking forward, hamstring stretch, hip flexor stretch. Inhale, kick forward, exhale, pull. Now option hand on the floor, but see if you can balance by pushing the bottom leg into the floor. Now that's 4 done. We're now going to kick forward, bend the knee, take the bent knee behind you, stretch at that hip flexor and extend, into a full hip flexor stretch. We kick forward, hamstring, bend the knee, quad stretch into hip flexor stretch. Inhale, exhale. Now hold it here on the 5th one. Hip flexor stretch. We're going to bend the knee, but keep the knee going backwards. Tuck the tail under. We kick forward with a bent knee and we flex into hamstring stretch. Point the toe, long lever. Bend the knee, keep the knee back. Tail tucked. Kick forward and extend. Let's do 3 more. Bring the leg down, lift up and down, lift up and down. Flex heel. Let's do 4 more to finish. 3, 2, 1, and down we come. Well done. Pat that out. Let's go over to the other side. Use your mat as a guide if you need to. Knees come up, make sure those knees and the hips are stacked and the heels. Go back halfway. Lift the heels. Bottom thigh driving into the floor. So we keep the balance and take it out of the neck and the shoulders. The belly's in, there's a little gap here so that you're not just letting your belly hang out. Nothing's moving. Pelvis is completely still. The muscles around it are working. Now I make that my 10th one, but I think we didn't do I think we should do 11. Let's do 12. Let's do 12. Holding it here. Now we lift up. We just lift up, up, up. Trying to get a bit more external rotation without moving the hips backwards. Now from here, we extend that top knee, the lower lever, and we bend. So just extend the knee. And then bend the knee. Keep the knee up and see if you can keep it there. That's the challenge. And now I can really feel it. Keep that bottom heel up. Keep those hips stacked. Tuck the tail under. Pull the belly in. If you tuck the tail under, you're going to feel it more. Let's do a couple more. Smile. And 10. Lovely. Take that bottom leg down to the floor. Hip height now. We kick forward, a flexed heel. We point the toe and pull, pull, pull. Keep the tail tucked. Kicking forward and point, point, point. Kick, kick, kick. Bottom thigh driving into the floor to help with the balance. Take it out of the neck and the shoulders. The ear is in line with the shoulder. That's your 4th one. We pull behind. Now pull, pull, pull. Now we'll do the way around. We're going to bring that knee the heel into the bottom, but keep driving that knee back. We're going to come forward this time to begin with. Point the toe, pull, pull, pull. Exhale. Your choice in which way the breath is. But you have a kind of flow, your flow going. So I'm brushing it a little bit here. Remember, hamstring, hip flexor, quad stretch. So give everyone the what it needs. Okay, now let's go the other direction. We bend the knee. We take the bent knee behind. Enjoy the quad stretch here by tucking the tail under, driving the bottom forward and the hips forward with the knee back. Yeah, then we extend. Oh, be careful, you've got a bit of a dodgy knee. Then just slow it down. We kick forward, bend the knee, extend. Try and keep still. Let's do one more. Now bring that leg in line with the hip. We go up and we go down. Keep the hip still. Belly in, shoulders down. We've got 3 more. Last one. And come back down. Well done. Pat that out. Let's now come into a stretch of those abductors. So we're just going to take both legs over again to one side and just take the top leg up and over and flex the heel and kick it away from your bottom. Just enjoy that outer thigh stretch now. Bend the knees, come back in. Let's go over to the other side and do the same this side. So I'm not going to kick so high, so I don't really want you to see the sole of my foot. But you're going to kick it all the way in towards your hand, the hands at shoulder height. And then bend the knees, come back into the center. So we're going to do our bicycle again and our crisscross, and we'll do that one more time, just see if we can get a little bit more range. So bring the chin to the chest, the ribs to the hips, let's lift those head and shoulders off the floor, yeah? And we're going to lift those legs to the ceiling, hands behind the head, flex the heels. We're going to relax and take one leg down to the floor. When that comes in, the other leg goes down. Rib to hip. And 4. And 5. We're going to 8 in this direction. And 6. And 7. And 8. Let's go in the other direction. We point the toe into the bottom, drive it up to the ceiling. And 3. And 4. Option head and shoulders on the floor, but let's see if we can work that breakfast abdominis. And 7. And 8. And bring those legs into tabletop. Exhale, rotation, stretch. Inhale back. Exhale. Up. Both shoulders off the floor. The other knee does not come in. It's the rib to the opposite hip bone. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more this side. And bring those knees in and take your head and shoulders to the floor. Let's come onto our fronts. So, we're going to start off today just by stretching into those hip flexors again. So on your exhale, just pull that right toe to the back wall. Ooh. Pull the belly in, tuck the tail under. Relax the neck and shoulders. And release. Let's do the other leg. Pull. Release and repeat. One more again on each side, just squeezing your glutes, enjoying the hip flexor stretch. And let's see if we can do both legs. Pull those toes to the back wall, clench your glutes together. Squeeze and lengthen those legs. Relax neck and shoulders and release. Okay, let's bring our arms out to the sides in line with the ears, okay? Looking down, I want you to draw your shoulder blades into those back pockets. On your inhale, we're going to push the hands into the floor, draw the blades back into those back pockets. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Exhale, drive those toes away. Inhale, shoulders down. Now you can either stay on with this Swan Dive, the modified version. Otherwise, we're going to lift both hands and elbows off the floor. Yeah, shoulder height. Lift the head off the floor but look down. Drive your toes away. We're going to inhale into breaststroke. Exhale, drive those shoulders back. Breathing into the center. Exhale. Breathing in. Now tuck your tail under. Pull your belly in. Option, hands to the floor. And just do a swan for me. Let's do 4 more. We breathe in. We breathe out. Breathing in. Squeeze your glutes. The shoulders are going down the spine. 2 more. 1 more time. Breathing in, breathing out, and come down to the floor. Give those hips a little shake. Hands under shoulders. Bring yourselves up into your child's pose. Walk the hands out in front of you. Bottom into the heels. And we'll just walk both hands over to the right with the left fingertips going over the right fingertips and driving your left bottom cheek into your heels. Just feel the stretch down the sides of the body. And walk back in. Let's go over to the other side. Right fingertips over left. And come back. Take the left hand through the right. Option, lift the bottom in the air to get your thread the needle here and get some lovely stretch in the back of the shoulders. Slide the other hand through. Let's come over to the other side. So you always take your fingertips in the opposite direction to your hand. So you're getting a nice stretch in the front of your shoulder while the back of the shoulder is getting a stretch on the other side. Remember to come back down first before you pull yourself up. Let's bring ourselves into a cat stretch. Yeah, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Draw those blades back. On your exhale, tuck the tail under and round through the spine. Chin to chest, nose to belly, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale to flick the tail up, dip the lower spine, squeeze the blades back and look up. Exhale, tail tucks first, lower back rounds, middle back, upper back. Put the shoulders away from the wrists. Head drops out of those shoulders. And inhale into a neutral spine in between those 2 points. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Okay, keep practicing. Any questions, any requests, like I've already had, do let me know and I'll be sure to do something for you. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.